Welcome to the AI Coach by Anil Nathu.
Great to be here.
So this is the deep dive where we really try to get straight to the point on complex topics, make them understandable quickly.
Got through the noise, yeah.
Exactly. And today we're diving into AI Value Creators, a comprehensive guide to moving beyond generative AI Coach. It's by Rob Thomas, Paul Zikopoulos, and Kate Soule.
A really interesting read, especially I think for business leaders, tech professionals, anyone looking to use AI more strategically.
Right. It's not just about the tech itself. So our mission today is to pull out the really key insights, the main lessons from the book, basically how you can move past just playing with generative AI and actually become what they call an AI value creator.
That's the goal. It's about application, isn't it? Not just theory. Understanding how to apply it in your business to get, well, real results. And the book gives you a pretty solid framework for thinking about that.
Okay, so let's get right into it then. A big theme right off the bat is this idea of human intelligence plus AI, that combination being the most powerful thing.
Yes, exactly. Teamwork.
Not AI taking over, but working with us. They mention something later, the extended mind concept, how tools kind of become part of how we think.
Yeah, that's a fascinating parallel. The book's core premise is really built on that synergy. It wants you to see AI not as, some external threat, but as a partner, an indispensable one, actually, for getting better outcomes.
A partner.
It's a fundamental shift in thinking, really. If you want real transformation using AI, you need to see it as an ally.
Okay, and that leads straight into this term they use a lot,
Yeah.
the AI value creator. What exactly does that mean, according to them? It sounds like more than just, using an AI tool.
Oh, definitely. An AI value creator, as they define it, is someone who thinks strategically, someone who can integrate AI not just technically, but into the business fabric to, well, find new opportunities, solve really tough problems.
Problems maybe you couldn't solve before.
Precisely, and ultimately drive sustainable growth. The whole point of the book really is to give you the tools, the frameworks to become that person, to
Yeah.
lead AI innovation in your space.
Got it. And they don't just leave it as a concept, right? Chapter 2 introduces their model, the value creators model.
That's right, yeah. It's their proprietary framework, and it's quite comprehensive. It tries to weave together business strategy, human-centered design thinking, and AI capabilities, all into one integrated approach.
Integrated. How so?
Well, the main idea is that creating real, lasting value isn't luck. It comes from consistently doing the right things across 7 key areas that are all interconnected.
Okay, what are those 7 areas?
They are purpose, strategy, organizational capabilities, leadership, people, work and processes, and finally, culture.
Right.
And the key thing isn't just listing them, it's understanding they all rely on each other. You might have a great strategy on paper, right? But if your organizational capabilities aren't there or you don't have the right people,
Then the strategy doesn't really matter much in practice.
exactly. Or maybe your tech is amazing, but the culture resists change. The model forces you to look at how these things interact. It's the whole system.
So you can't just focus on the tech piece in isolation.
No, absolutely not. The book really hammers home that value comes from consistently executing things that actually serve your customers better. So this model gives you a way to, first, identify these value creators in your context, then organize them, and finally activate them, put them to work.
Makes sense. Now, chapter 1 kind of sets that stage, talking about AI moving from like a maybe someday thing to a right now strategic necessity.
Yeah, it's interesting how they frame that shift. It's happened fast. AI isn't just, something for the R&D lab anymore. It's fundamental to competitive strategy. The question isn't if you should use AI, but how you can use it best to get ahead. And that's a core message we also see emphasized at the AI Coach by Anil Nathu.
And they talk about tangible benefits, yeah.
Mhm.
Not just hype. Things like better decisions, cost savings,
Better customer experiences.
even finding completely new ways to make money. Real practical stuff.
But it needs a solid foundation. Absolutely. The authors are very clear on that. You need clear business goals for your AI. You need to know if your data is actually any good, if it's ready. You need the right team, the right tools, not just the flashiest ones, and crucially, strong governance and ethics from the start.
Without that groundwork.
Things tend to fall apart, even the best AI ideas.
And they also outline the journey, don't they? How you actually get AI implemented.
They do. It's a practical path. Start small with pilots, test things out. Then if it works, scale it up. Really embed it into how you operate day to day. And then keep refining it. It's never really done. Continuous improvement is key.
Okay, then chapter 3 goes deeper into that human element we touched on earlier. The partnership idea.
Right, and this is so important. They strongly argue AI amplifies human intelligence. It doesn't replace it. They bring up this idea of a second brain.
A second brain, like,
Yeah, essentially a digital system that complements your own memory and thinking. A way to manage knowledge. Think about frameworks like PRA by Tiago Forte, capturing ideas, organizing them, linking them, using digital tools to basically extend your cognitive reach. AI fits into that picture.
so AI does the heavy lifting with data, the pattern recognition, the consistent processing.
And that frees up humans for judgment, for understanding context, for creativity, for empathy. Things AI isn't good at.
It's about complementary strengths.
Precisely. Humans are good at nuance, adaptability. AI is good at scale, speed, consistency with vast data. Leveraging both is how you become an AI value creator. That's a concept the AI coach by Anil Nathur really helps people grasp.
Okay. Chapter 4 then zooms out to look at how this is changing whole industries. Transformation.
Yeah, and the scope is pretty broad. They talk about automation, obviously, but also intelligent systems that can make complex decisions. They specifically mention intelligent automation.
Which is like AI plus RPA, robotic process automation.
Exactly. Taking routine tasks automated by RPA and making them smarter with AI. Think about processing invoices. AI can understand the text, not just look for keywords. Or onboarding employees, AI could potentially personalize the process. Huge efficiency gains, better service quality. They cite examples in banking, insurance, healthcare.
And for companies wanting to do that kind of transformation, what are the steps?
Well, the book suggests a clear path. Define your AI strategy, make sure it aligns with business goals, get your data foundation solid, build the internal AI skills you need, pick the right use cases to start high value, feasible, pilot them, then scale carefully, and always, always monitor and optimize.
Don't forget change management, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. That's woven throughout. People need to be part of the journey.
Chapter 5 gets really practical, giving specific examples of AI we see today.
Right, moving from theory to reality. They talk about chatbots and customer service, which we all interact with. Fraud detection in finance AI is huge there. Diagnostic tools in healthcare, adaptive learning in education, optimizing logistics, even autonomous vehicles. Concrete stuff.
And the process for implementing one of these, if you wanted to start.
They break it down pretty clearly. First, identify the problem you're solving. Then gather the data you need, choose your tools, train the AI model, test it, really test it, then deploy it. And keep monitoring it. It's a cycle.
Sounds straightforward, but they must mention challenges too.
Oh, for sure. Lack of skills is a big one. Data privacy concerns, obviously. And just organizational resistance, people being wary of change. These are real hurdles.
Okay, Chapter 6 seems to focus on building that internal muscle, the AI capability within the company itself.
Yes, it lays out a 7-step strategic framework for that. It starts with defining the business value. What are you actually trying to achieve with AI? Then, prioritizing opportunities, which AI projects give the most bang for your buck.
Makes sense.
What else? Then you move into developing a proof of concept, building actual AI products, scaling those successes, managing the risks involved, which are definitely there, and finally, setting up how you operate and improve these AI systems over time. This systematic approach is really central to the whole AI value creators idea, something you can explore further through resources like the AI Coach by Anil Nathur.
So it's very much about being deliberate, focused on results, not just technology for technology's sake.
Exactly that. Align AI with business goals. Measure the impact. They also stress needing cross-functional teams bringing business, tech, data people together, and having solid governance around it all.
Right. And finally, Chapter 7 tackles leadership. How leaders need to adapt in this AI era.
Yeah, this is crucial. It's not just about managing tech projects. It's about leading people through quite a profound shift. The book talks about 5 key shifts for leaders.
Okay, what are they?
It's moving from just being the authority to being an architect of AI-enabled systems, from simple guardrails to comprehensive governance, from just optimizing current processes to imagining real transformation, from managing specialists in silos to being like symphonists, orchestrating diverse teams, and from siloed thinking to systemic thinking, seeing the whole picture.
Those are pretty big shifts in how leaders need to think and act.
Definitely. And they offer a simple framework for leadership action. Sense, imagine, navigate.
Sense, imagine, navigate.
Yeah, sense what's happening, the tech changes, the market shifts. Imagine the possibilities, what could AI enable for your business? And then navigate the path to get there. Make the tough decisions, adapt as you go. The leader is really the catalyst for doing AI responsibly and ethically.
So wrapping it all up, the big message from AI value creators seems to be that becoming effective with AI isn't really about becoming a deep AI expert yourself
Not
necessarily.
necessarily, no.
It's more about adopting a strategic mindset, being thoughtful, human-centered, and figuring out how to integrate AI as a partner to get real, lasting business results.
That sums it up perfectly. It's about integration and value. The models and ideas in the book, like that value creators model, the leadership principles, they give you a really practical blueprint for making that shift, for moving beyond just dabbling with AI.
A valuable guide for sure. Thank you for joining us today. Buy the book at the AI Coach website for more business insights.
My pleasure. It's a worthwhile read for anyone in this space.
And for you, our listeners, here's something to think about. Consider that value creators model purpose, strategy, capabilities, leadership, people, work and processes, culture. Where might applying that lens reveal a key opportunity or maybe a hidden obstacle for using AI more effectively in your own organization? What's one small step you could take this week to move beyond just basic AI?